Hey everybody, today is May 31st, 2023. I'm Gene, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Hanging with Uncle. I'd like to take this time to apologize for not being on last week. I was just really tired for some reason, had no energy, very fatigued, but anyway, I feel better, more recharged and ready to go. So I'd like to take this time to ask again, if you have not, please hit the subscribe button, help us grow our channel. And if you already have hit the subscribe button, click that thumbs up and hit that like button. It really helps our channel out. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when we go live and put new content out there. So having said that, let's get into it. I want to talk about debt ceiling a little bit. Not that we haven't talked about it before, my feelings on it. I'm glad to see that there's been a tentative agreement that supposedly this evening the House will vote on the debt ceiling package and make it through the Senate. Now, I hear a lot of comments from people about negotiating the debt ceiling, and you negotiate during budget talks. When it comes to the debt ceiling, it's a totally different monster. So the Democrats and Republicans will get together and they'll get a proposed budget which will say this is how much we're going to spend. And then when the time comes to pay that, that's when you raise the debt ceiling to pay for the spending that you've already bought. That's why it's kind of like you always hear the credit card analogy. So negotiating the budget and the debt ceiling are two different things. Let's get that understood real quick. That's glad. I'm glad that, the adults in the room were able to triumph and have their sanity restored as to what would happen if the debt ceiling was not raised. How it would not only destroy the American economy, it would destroy the global economy. And then you would have countries that own our debt, like China, calling in those markers, and it would just cause a whole conflict that we really don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So that's one reason I'm glad that the debt ceiling was reached. Now, I hear some Republicans in the House, like Chip Dumbass Roy and Matt Don't Let Your Daughters Loose Around Him Gates, talk about how McCarthy betrayed us, and I'm glad we have the one vote rule to remove him from his speakership. They have very short-term thought processes. Now, what would happen after that? Or are we the ones who really need to be paying attention to what's going on? Because a lot of these same Freedom Caucus right-wing dumbasses don't seem to understand what would happen if Kevin McCarthy got removed as Speaker. Now, I'm not a Kevin McCarthy fan, but remember all the pro-Putin people that are sitting in Congress right now in Washington, D.C., on the Republican side. There's not one Democrat that's pro-Putin, so we cannot equivocate that. We're not even going to go down that road. It's closed forever. So let's say Putin decides to attack the United States. Okay? Remember, under the Constitution, who has the authority to declare war? It is not the president. We don't have a king. That power lies with the people. That's why Article 1 was written first. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago. If Putin decides to attack the United States, or Xi Jinping decides to attack Taiwan or one of our bases in the Pacific Rim, remember, it's Congress that has the authority to declare war, not the president. The president can't say, our base has been attacked, we're going to war. He does not have that authority under the Constitution. So, are Republicans really thinking about what they're doing, or are they totally thinking about what they're doing? Either way, it's very dangerous. It's a path I don't want to see our country go down, and elections have consequences. So let's get these wingnuts out of office and put people with sanity in there who actually have the best interest of the Constitution of the United States at interest, and not a political party choosing it like they choose their favorite team. All right, and we'll talk about that at another time. But anyway, you guys, thank you for your patience. Stay safe out there. And Zane and I look forward to seeing you on Friday.